Hi guys, what's up? I'm Arthars. You don't need to know who I am. I am not a Umamusume content creator and I never want to be or want to try to be. The only purpose of this video is like for the first time I want to talk about Umamusume. I love this game. Okay? I love this game. I didn't play on JP. I didn't play on Korea and I didn't play on Taiwan. I have no idea. I have no knowledge. I'm not a 90% win rate PvPer in Japan or whatever that is, okay? I don't do any spreadsheet. This is just a player, not a content creator, wanting to talk about this game that I particularly enjoy and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys also enjoy, okay? So this video, what I want to talk about is mainly the free-to-play and casual players. Maybe you can also include minimal spender experience. Basically, I'm not like trying to like talk about this game as a free, I mean, let's be honest, guys. This is a gacha game. The whole point of a gacha game is not because it's free-to-play-able. Yes, it's free-to-playable, but the whole concept of a gacha game, whether you like it or not, whether you're a free-to-play player or not, whether you're whale or not, gacha game is meant for you to spend money, okay? You can't spend money and regret, you can't spend money and complain, and you cannot also at the same time complain if you don't spend money. So basically, it's a gacha game. A lot of people maybe never played a gacha game before, don't have proper gacha expectation, but honestly speaking, gacha game, that's gacha games, okay? But that being said though, what I'm about to address for free-to-play or casual or minimal spender player, right, it's not so much about like, you know, complaining about the game because it doesn't suit us, but most importantly, I want to talk about is the accelerated schedule that Global Umamusume have over, obviously, the main comparison that we're going to draw, which is the JP client. Because Cygames is the one that dropped the Global Umamusume. It's not like Korea, it's not like Taiwan, where they have their own publisher. With their own publisher, they can do their own stuff. They can have their own, maybe different events. They can have their own, maybe different schedule. They have their own different, like, quality of life. They can change things on their own because they are a different publisher. But Global is being published by Cygames. Okay, so this is as close as, or if not, one-to-one to JP. The only thing is, it's accelerated. So we have been playing this game for 2 months. Obviously, I'm not going to go into details of like, you know, what is accelerated schedule, what does it mean. I'm pretty sure you guys all already know already. So I'm just about to talk about the problems that it causes for free-to-play casuals or even minimal spenders, okay? The most important thing is, as a free-to-play casual and or minimal spender experience, we can't save shit. When I say we can't save shit, I mean like, we can't save carrots. There is event, but the event is not giving enough reward for how fast we are getting banners, especially banner. Now, obviously, when we talk about in-game currency, gonna correlate and involves most importantly to gacha, right? That's how every gacha game is, right? We get free in-game currency. What can we do with gacha? We earn reward from events. How much can we save? We're gonna use it on gacha, right? That's basically, you know, as a free-to-play, our experience, right? That's why we don't want to spend. That's why a lot of games we can play for free-to-play, but not this game. Or rather, not this accelerated schedule. So we cannot save shit. We also cannot plan shit. There's a lot of people out there that is like trying to min-max or even have spreadsheet on how to like calculate how much carrots you can get, how much you can save. So by the time you reach this banner, X months later, how much can you pull, bro? No, that doesn't do anything. Because I am pretty sure if we were to say use, obviously, the timeline websites that we have these sites that we have the timelines, right, that we can plan, right? Oh, I want to pull for the Hishi Amazon. I want to pull for this card. I want to pull for this character. This event is here. How much can I say? Bro, it doesn't matter. Because our schedule is so tight and packed, no one will ever, as a free-to-play, casual, or a minimal spender, no one will ever have enough to ever roll for anything. It doesn't matter how much you plan. It doesn't matter how much you calculate, how much carrot you're gonna gain. None of us minimal spender casual free-to-play player are gonna ever be able to roll for a banner and get what we want. Now, for a Uma, what we want means the Uma itself. It's 200 pulls. You cannot expect to pull something with less than 200. You can't. Now, obviously, someone is gonna type in the comment section below like, oh, you just get lucky 4K. Oh, I get able to save because I pulled 2 times and get Seiyun Sky yesterday. Okay, you are just lucky. Shut up. You can't tell people that. You can't give people those false expectation, okay? The actual expectation when you pull for an Uma is 200 pulls. Now, 200 pulls for 1 Uma. Now, you got banners with 2 Umas. Now, I'm not saying that you need both, right? But what if you get one and you get the other and vice versa? RNG can f*** you. 2 months later playing this game, you guys know what I'm talking about. I don't have to go into details, right? If you really want to get your Uma, you better save up 200 pulls to PD it. This game does not have soft PD like some games where once you reach X amount, like say for Genshin Impact, 70 onwards, chance gets higher. You get a soft PD. But hard PD, 90. This game got no soft PD. This game is just hard PD. And this game also got another problem with is the PD don't carry to the next banner. So let's just say if you roll something in this game, game A, and you play and you roll 50 times, you are 50 away from PD. That's fine. You can't finish it. You didn't get enough currency because you didn't plan or you didn't save or the game simply don't give you enough. That's fine. The next banner that you want, you only need to roll 50 more times max and you can guarantee it because they carry PT over. This game don't carry PT and this game hard PT is very high. It's 200 pulls. 200 pulls is 30k gems. If we were to go back to talking about the accelerator schedule, at the moment in global, we are only able to get, if you play normally, 10k gems. If there is an event or maybe CMs, maybe 15k gems. So 1 month, you can only get 100 pulls on average. And for you to pull an Uma, like I said earlier, you need 200 pulls. You need 30k gems. So that means a normal casual players are most likely cannot roll anything in 2 months. That's 1 Uma. That's 200 pulls. Minus the fact that you can get lucky or not, generally on average, proper expectation, you just can't. Now that is Uma. SSR cards is even worse. SSR cards require 60k to 90k gem. You can't just roll an SSR and get 1 copy. You can't just get SSR and get 2 copies. You can't even just get SSR to get 3 copies on some. Usually you need 3 to 4 copies. I'm sorry, 4 to 5 copies. You need LB3 to max LB. You need 4 to 5 copies. To expect that generally is about 4 to 600 pulls. You are not going to get 4 to 600 pulls unless you save up for 4 months. So let's just say we are going to talk about the infamous Kita-san Black. If you didn't play the game or you didn't pull during release and you're waiting for reroll, which is going to be like in 3 months, you better hope that you by the time can get 90k gems or maybe 60k gem to maybe finally get your max LB Kita-san. Otherwise, you're screwed. And most likely you guys can't. You know why? Because the accelerated schedule don't give you time to breathe. Don't give you time to rest. You guys love your waifu, right? That is why people roll Mayano, people pull Air Group, people pull Narita Taishin, people pull Brian, people pull Seiyun Sky, whether it's, you know, the meta or not. You know, it's a gacha game. We like to pull stuff, right? That's the whole point, right? We like to get new stuff. Oh, you know, I like this card, even though this card is bad, but you know, I like it. I want to try to get it. Let me drop a few. I will earn back. No, you can't. No, you can't. This game don't allow you. This accelerated schedule don't allow you. A lot of this banner is completely untouched. Nobody can roll it unless you're a whale. But we are not a whale, right? This whole video is talking about, again, free-to-play, casual, minimal spender, right? So we really can't, right? If you guys didn't roll for Kita-san Black on launch, you are and after that, there was a Super Creek banner. After that, if you didn't roll for Super Creek banner, you're done. Because the next value must pull support card is not anything within these like 6 months. Now, some people will tell you that, say for example, Rice Shower and Rico is good, sure. But again, you are not getting 90k gems by then. Oh, but some people say that there might be free. Irrelevant. Guys, irrelevant. My point is, it doesn't matter how much you plan. It doesn't matter how much you save. Because of the accelerated schedule and how much carrot we get, we just cannot guarantee getting the amount we want. And by the way, that's 2 cards. Are you going to get both max LB or LB3 or usable LB within your 400-600 pulls? I can't guarantee you that. Technically speaking, 60 to 90k gems might not even be enough. If you are a brand new player and you didn't pull Kita-san, reroll Kita-san, especially a couple of months ago when it came out, you're just and if you didn't roll Super Creek, you're just One thing that I think a lot of creators, actually there's some creators that talk about this, but I think a lot of it's not very well known. That's why a lot of people are struggling with this game. Casual are struggling with this game. A lot of you guys need to understand, in order for you to start playing this game at a decent, enjoyable level, you need to pull support cards cumulatively at least 400 to 600 times. If this 400 to 600 times you're going to pull is going to be good banners, which honestly there isn't that much at the moment. It's only Kita-san and Super Creek, right? You're not going to pull on banners like this. You're not going to pull on banners like this. It's not worth it. Now, wherever you dump, okay? We are not really going to talk about the SSRs because I think Victoria Frontier said this before on his very first Kita-san Black banner. You are not pulling just for Kita-san Black. You are not pulling just for Super Creek. You are pulling for the entire deck. A normal player, a casual player, you can only enjoy this game after you cumulatively pull 400 to 600 times. Okay? Then your SR deck will be decent. Now, personally, I pull 800 times so far. So obviously mine is a little bit better. But my point is, dude, you don't look at the SSR. It is only relevant for the banner you pull, which, you know, I pull Kita-san, and obviously I pull Super Creek. Kita-san took me 600. I wasn't a reroller. For me, right? I wasn't a reroller, but I pulled 600 times. Super Creek, I got really lucky. I pulled 200 times and I got 5 copies. But irrelevant. Banner, you should expect to get, if you pull 400 to 600 times, you should get about, LB2, LB3 usable, right? But more importantly, is the SR deck. This is actually what gonna make you enjoy the game. A couple of these, sure. An event card, sure. But most importantly is the SR card that makes you enjoy the game. A lot of people don't understand this. So why a lot of casual players struggle is because before you guys got your 400 to 600 pulls, you guys are just sitting here like, I'm a Kita-san reroller. I got max LB Kita-san. I got it in 150 pulls. I didn't even finish up the 200 pulls. I didn't even roll for super crit. So I'm only playing with 150 pulls, max Kita-san black, really shitty SR cards, maybe a couple of max SR cards, but overall shitty SR cards, and I'm now struggling to train. Okay, so where is your carrots? How come you didn't pull super crit? How come you didn't finish up Kita-san to 200 to exchange for a Satano Diamond, for example? How come you didn't roll more on super crit to try to get an LB2 at least so that you got variety in the deck to maybe borrow better cards like Biko Pegasus, Stat Stick, or, Muteki for parent building and stuff, yada yada. Oh, because I save it for my waifu. See, that's the problem. You guys didn't pull 400 to 600 times. You guys don't have a good SR deck, which includes a couple of banner, max LB, SSR. So now you guys are struggling playing the game. And now you guys are rolling for waifu. And guess what? You don't have enough to roll for all your waifus, right? Exactly. So now you are in no man's land. You don't have enough to roll for any banner because you passed it already. Kita-san Black and Super Creek is over. There's no more good banner until maybe Rice Shower, Rico, or Kita-san Reroll. That's like at least 4 months away. So you are now kind of and then now you're also jammed dry because you roll your waifu. So you got a lot of waifu, but you don't have cards to trade. So all your Umas are in no man's land. So now you are stuck in the place that you think you are having fun, but you're struggling, and therefore you become not having fun. And then you have your CM. Accelerated schedule, no time to train. Casual players with this schedule and this pinch of gems, we can't plan for anything. We can't do anything. This is what you need to expect. After Kita-san Black, Max LB, you guys are never gonna get another Max LB card ever again. Free-to-play players, casual players, a banner card, you are never, with our accelerated schedule, you are never gonna get another Max LB card again. Unless you get lucky. I'm not gonna use luck as part of the discussion here. We are just gonna go by normal, guaranteed, expected. A lot of us are never gonna get another Max LB card soon already. Anytime soon already. The next time you can get a Max LB card, you are not going to reroll already, right? The ship have sailed already. If you are just playing your account now and you continue to play, the next time you're going to get a Max LB support card is 90k gems. 90k gems is at least 4 to 6 months of saving carrots with our accelerated schedule. And you're going to miss a lot of banner in between. You're going to miss Summer Maruzensky. You're going to miss maybe Christmas Oguri. You're going to miss Rice Shower card. If you really want it, you don't need it. But, if you want it, you're going to miss your waifu. You're going to miss Asian Flash by waifu. I'm most likely going to miss it. You're going to be playing the game subpar, super budget, super boring. And then you're going to finally dump everything in one banner maybe 4 6 months later. Because we just don't have enough. We just don't have enough. So again, expectation, 30k minimum for waifu, 60 to 90k minimum for support. PT doesn't carry over. If you don't meet the minimum 200 pulls interval, you have nothing in return. No waifu in return, no support card in return, no carrots left for the next banner. Right? So accelerated coupled with this game already minimal carrot gain is already bad already. Okay, so next, Sparks. The Spark rate, getting 3-star blue or white spark farming, it's already bad by itself. It doesn't matter what region you're playing, right? It doesn't matter whether you're playing Taiwan, Japan, Korea, it doesn't matter, right? Getting 3-star spark is just, at the current state of our game in this time, 2 months in, half anniversary, is already going to be hard. Obviously. But you know what is the difference? The difference is that, again, our accelerated schedule. Japanese, Korean, Taiwan players, or those content creators who are just so happy to tell you that, don't worry guys, there's a lot of time to prepare, grind this, try to get this white spark. They say that because they had more time. They had more time to prepare. They have more time to play the game. They have at least 1/3 or 50% more time than us to prepare, to fuck around, to test. We don't have that luxury. Career runs are the same. Average 15-20 minutes. We can't speed that up. They can't speed that up. The rate of getting a spark is the same. They have more time to run before a CM or before a banner, before they train their new waifu. We don't have that much time. We got half the time. So overall, we have lesser sparks. Overall, we got lesser parents. Overall, we got lesser Uma ready to go. We just don't have time, so we are doubling the misery. So we have to grind more. But one day you only get this much amount of stamina. One day you only get this much amount of time. Some people do jobs, some people can play more, some people cannot play more, some people can play less. Some people will say that running 65 Oguri run is considered trying their best for CM. Some of us did 300 overruns and still lose and nothing to show for, right? But a normal person on the normal schedule, we would have trained double already. Instead of 65 Oguri cap, we would have trained 150 Oguri caps. But we can't, right? Our CM is every 2 to 3 weeks. Japan CM is like every 1 month. Ours is every 2 to 3 weeks, bro. We just don't have time. We got no runs that is speed up. Spark rate is the same as other regions. So effectively, we are spending double the time with this accelerated schedule. So like all these things affects one another. You know what I mean? Another thing I want to talk about is quality of life. So when you think about an accelerated schedule, you think that we should get better quality of life, right? How can we have global release not already? Now, I'm not talking about content. If you content, you want to accelerate and let us get there faster, sure. That one, I can understand that, why you do that. Even though I'm not a big fan of this accelerated schedule, but, you know, they want us to get there faster, okay. But what about quality of life? It's not new content, right? It's not like we are getting this Uma earlier than them at this point. No, right? Quality of life just make our life easier, right? Why do we have to wait? Why do we have to wait for JP to get it before we can get it? Why do we need to wait maybe 1 more year to get it? The code is already there. Why can't we just get it earlier? And I'm not even asking like crazy QOL update to the system, right? Like you can even add the most basics one. For example, sorting the sparks, filtering the sparks. Team trials having a all skip rather than click 5 times. Bro, we are really running limited time, man. You know, we are really running a tighter schedule, right? We have to click 5 more times. Yes, you know, not a big deal, but quality of life. I think we should be able to have skip already. We only got lesser time to prepare. We got lesser time to play. We got lesser time to grind. Why are we still only having 3 borrows? We should have at least 5 to 8 borrows by now. Like, fuck, man, I would say on release, we should have 5 to 8 borrows. And obviously, the most infamous one, the bingo board. Holy fuck, man. Obviously, every region went through this. Every one of us suffered. Every one of us have to click this. But when they implemented the quality of life, I think when you release the global, this quality of life should already be in here. Why does quality of life needs to be weighed? Yeah, so that's another thing. Accelerated schedule also needs to come with better quality of life. I've already covered about banners. I already covered about quality of life. I covered about Spark. So let's talk about like try hard stuff. Champions meeting. Our champions meeting is once every 2 to 3 weeks compared to other region getting it once a month. Dude, that's insane, man. Usual players cannot even train enough for daily, let alone train for 1 ace, let alone 2 ace, let alone 3 Umas. Do not fully get debated by all these other like Korea, Taiwan, JP players or content creators, right? You know how they say, I think their guys is great. I think, you know, they teach you how to train, they teach you how to make spark, they tell you what to pull. All these are basic good knowledge. But what they don't understand is the accelerated schedule make us don't have time to train. No time to make spark. Not enough carrot to get ready to pull a banner. We are super limited in time. They just have double the amount of time, almost double the amount of time, right? So they can easily say, it's not difficult, it's worth doing it. But man, we gotta put in extra effort. And also, to be honest, a lot of these Taiwan, Korea player, now I'm not saying that all of them don't, but most of them don't even focus on playing global. Yeah, you know, they fuck around, they play a little bit, but they mainly focus to play back their main version, right? And let's be real, you can't blame them. This game is impossible to dual box. This game is impossible to play and all. This game is very difficult to put in 2 times the time to play 2 accounts in 2 different regions. So they have the knowledge, that's great. They give us insight, that's great. But make no mistake, we global players and them are playing a complete different game. Okay? The only thing that is the same is maybe how the game looks, maybe how the game goes, but the way that we have to play the game versus them is completely different. We don't have the luxury. We are playing the game on hard mode. Yes, we are. You can already tell that there's a big burnout in CM1 already. CM2 is going to be whatever. CM3, there's going to be another burnout. By the time we go to half anniversary, I don't know how many people will still be left. The accelerator and the carrots, man, is the biggest problem. We also need to get more carrots per event also. Honestly, yeah. Not because we need more pools, but just because the time that we have to put in. Like, a career reset in global shouldn't be 10 carrots. When we get a TP potion to refresh our stamina, it shouldn't be 30. We should be not only getting 1 TP potion just like they do. We need to get 2. Instead of regaining 30 stamina, we should be gaining 60. Instead of spending 10 carrots to refresh a career run, it should be 5. We should be getting more. If we can't speed up how fast we can farm spark and train our Umas with the limited time before CM, we need to at least get reimbursed somewhere else. There needs to be a leverage. We can't be suffering to put in more time to be behind them, to be playing the game effectively more than them. I don't think that's balanced, and I think a lot of people is gonna, if you haven't realized it yet, slowly you will start to realize it. And I'm pretty sure, I'm very comfortable to say this, most of you free to play casual minimal spenders, you guys are out of carrots. If you guys have been playing this game, in my opinion, the right way, you know, you always roll for your waifus, obviously. Getting your own waifu to run is obviously like a spectacle, right? That's what you like, right? You know, not everybody likes Ghost Ship, but you know, you run Ghost Ship to win, right? But hey, there's 2 more slots in the CM, right? You can run your waifu, you know? You can run your waifu for fun. You try to min-max your waifu. See, that's another thing. We want to min-max our waifu. We want to go out our way to farm more niche, better sparks so that our waifu can compete. Are we going to ever beat Ghost Ship? Let's just say in CM2? Probably not. But you know what? We can try. But the accelerated schedule and the rates of the sparks and the limited gems for us to roll for cards, consistently getting actual usable quality of the card, like max LB to use, is lower. So we don't have time to train our waifus, right? That's, in my opinion, that's where the fun of the game is. Honestly speaking, if you ask me personally, I prefer training for team trials than training for champions meet. Training for champions meet is miserable. It's like putting my dick in the grinder. Now, some people say that they enjoyed it. Good for you. I'm not gonna judge. But I just feel like maybe you haven't grinded enough. I feel like if you grind enough, you will start to realize that you actually might not like it. You just think you like it for now. You actually haven't gone there yet. Every one of us have different experience. Every one of us have different threshold of how much we think is over the line where we start hating it, or you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not here to draw the line, right? But I'm just saying we are putting a lot more effort. We are trying a lot harder. We don't get a chance to enjoy training, enjoy min-maxing, enjoy farming, enjoy rolling for Umas and for Gacha. So yeah, obviously, is anything going to change? Most likely not. I just want to make this video to like talk about the pain, the suffering that we global players are going through. You might agree, you might disagree, I don't know. But honestly speaking, if you disagree, there's something wrong with you, man. Now I'm not trying to say that just because you disagree, there's something wrong with you, right? In my opinion, if you disagree, there's something wrong with you. Homie, you might be, bro, I'm a masochist myself. And if I were to say that, you must be a bigger masochist than me. And I don't blame you. Hey, everybody's got their kink, right? So yeah, shout out to our global players. Hang in tight. This is a very fucking rough time. We have to survive the Kita-san banner, which is 0.5 drop rate, 0.5 pull rate, which is why it was so difficult to get. Luckily, we can reroll. If you reroll and you're gonna max LB Kita-san or LB3 Kita-san, good for you, good job. If you roll for Super Creek and you're lucky like me and you get it, good job. Your deck is fine. You pull 400 to 600 times. You got a decent deck. You can play the game. Great. You got now gems to maybe consider waifu. You pull a couple of waifus. Great. You pull Seiyun Sky. It just dropped and you got it. Great. Right now, we are all on a common struggle, okay? We are on a common struggle. The schedule, the training, the carrots, the pulls. We just have to survive one more banner, which is the Summer Maruzensky. Once we survive the Summer Maruzensky, we have a good time until Oguri Cap. Until Christmas Oguri. So or until Valentine Bourbon. So right now, just hang tight. We got 1.5 more months before Summer Maruzensky. We survived that. We should have like a, finally, we will have like a nice 5 months period. I mean, you can just look at the schedule. So right after Summer Maruzensky, which is Super Creek. That's a waifu. Yeah, here. Okay, over here. Projectedly, mid-end October. And right now, we are here, right? We are September, early September. So we got about 1.5 months. That should give us 20,000 gems. That might not even give us enough to guarantee pull it. But hopefully your Seiyun Skylark is good. You got spare carrots. You go into this banner with 30k. Even if you have to dump all 30k, full PT it, it's fine. Because from here, end of October, all the way until February. So about 4 months. And honestly speaking, you don't really need to pull for this Oguri Cap because in the anniversary, there will be a $19 bundle that you can get a selection ticket and you can just pick Oguri. So rather than, you know, dumping 30k into this Oguri Cap, you can just wait like 2 months, buy the bundle and then select Oguri Cap. You know, or you can roll for Oguri and then, you know, maybe you don't have Summer Maruzensky and then whatever. But that is a $19 cheap way to get Oguri Cap. Because from this point until the next scenario, which is in 2 months, there's almost no reason to train Oguri Cap anyway. Sure, you can train your waifu. Sure, you can get some parent going. But you ain't really gonna like really use this Oguri Cap until like, you know, the next scenario after she drops. So about 2 months, which is like, you know, the anniversary. So you can actually just buy. Anyway, This one, whatever. I'm not gonna tell you how to spend your money or whatever. Okay. Anyway, I'm just gonna tell you, you have a good 4 months to spend carrot until somewhere here onwards. The game will then have options for you to start rolling some meta cards again, or must-have cards again. Because up to Christmas Oguri, in between, there isn't really any support card that you must pull. Either you can get away from borrow, or you just simply don't need it. I would say for people that don't have Kitasan Black, obviously, you have this one rerun that, yeah, you might have to deal with, right? This Kitasan rerun you might have to deal with. Bro, that is January, man. That's why I say again and again in my earlier point, if you're a brand new player and at this point you haven't accumulated 400 to 600 support card pools and you have to wait until here to finally complete your deck, you have my respect, man. You have to play the game in the hardest mode up to this point. Most of us that either roll for Kitasan, Super Creek, or reroll Kitasan, where you should. If you didn't, sadly, no more chance for you. These people can enjoy the game until then. But if you don't, you're going to be suffering a long time. Before you ask me, how do you get 400 to 600 pool if I'm a new player? Okay, by Super Creek banner before, you should already have 500 pools. I know that because I have an alt. And I was able to get 500 pools total. I put 200 times in Kitasan. I got max LB Kitasan and LB3 Saturno. Really lucky. You don't need it. Any reroller could have gotten max LB Kitasan or LB3 Kitasan usable. And then Super Creek, you just roll another 100 times. 200 times. So that will be 400 pools. Then you will have some sort of like options. You have maybe LB1, LB2, Super Creek, and then you obviously have your max LB Kitasan. You could have played the game. Then you now have carrots to roll for your Seiyun Sky or Umas. But if you didn't, if you have been pulling a lot of Umas, then I think you're out of luck. Good luck to you, man. Yeah. Again, some people might watch this video, some people might not. This is not a guide. This is not like any information. This is mainly just like complaint. This is mainly just like talking about the state of the game. This is mainly just talking about like moving forward, what maybe you should expect. Again, I'm not telling you to plan or save or anything. I'm just giving you expectation of how much struggles that we have been suffering in these 2 months and how much more we might have to endure in the next couple of months before we can take a deep breath as a global free-to-play or even minimal spender. Before we can take a deep breath and like, okay, I can finally just chill. I got to the state that I got my sparks. I can finally save jam. I can finally guarantee getting a waifu in between, and I can finally guarantee a max LB support card somewhere next year, you know. But now until Summer Maruzensky banner, we are grinding, we are suffering, and we will suffer together. So, stick in there, boys. And do not forget, obviously, to subscribe to the channel. And did I miss anything? Is there anything that you want to say? You know what? You can check out on my stream. Right here, my editor will put it on screen, twitch.tv/Arthars. And drop this follow, a like, subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one. If there is a next one, I'm not a Umamusume content creator. So, see you next time. Peace. Okay, don't include that.